Computer. Lights. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Friday. I don't yet have my other artists here. They're going to show up here at some point. So I figured I would go on ahead and kind of get started and see what's going on for the morning. I'm reading about the final scene here in Deep Space Nine, where they pull all the way back from oh, my interior lights aren't on. There we go. They pull all the way back from the ops deck and just keep panning back and everything like that. And it's such a interesting thing. I'm a big kind of VFX and computer generated fan that it's kind of cool. Anyway, wasn't talking to you. So today we are doing all of the normal things we do. Let's see what's going on over here. I see Raph has seen it, but I haven't seen whether. Okay, so I'll go on ahead and do my check-in until somebody comes along. So I have managed to write a short. So I've got a little short. It's going to be 8 to 10 pages, which I'm trying to experiment with techniques. And one of the techniques that I'm trying to hit here is without sound, no text. So it's just all pictures, and see if I can't express the story and tell the story that way. I think it's good for my writing capabilities and my writing skills. But it's because I as an artist, you want to be more dynamic. You want to be like more, out there and stuff. So anyway, that's where I am. I wrote the 8-page sort of draft, if you will, last night. Somebody had posted a comic about Data from Star Trek and Spot and his cat, and it was a great little 9-page workup. And I thought, I could do that. I want to do that. I want to do a little 8-9 page or whatever. And last week I had written up an entire timeline arc that went through all like the last 1,000 years. And I saw all of these events that I had put in there. And the events I put in were specifically because I wanted to kind of express sort of the different ways that I wanted to cut back or cull the human race a little, because we grow like bunnies. We totally grow like bunnies. And so I wanted to kind of, curb that a little. So anyway, I had done that. And I wrote this little treatment, and that was cool. And so I'm going to start working on that over the next week and get that going, because I'd like to have something to show. It's going to be a story from about 400 years prior to where the rest of the story is. 400 in world years, which ends up being about 250 or 200 years in real life. So about, what would be the equivalent to the 1800s for us, which is far enough back that you don't know much accept the vagaries of what's going on, and it's far enough back that the world can change the way the world sees things. So it's going to be it's a historical moment, a moment in my world's history. So we're going to do that. That'll be fun, and that'll give me 8 pages to kind of just get warmed up, kind of get into the feel of things. I have a really cool book back there that that I bought at Barnes and Noble, which allows me to sketch out pages in it, and so we'll do that. That'd be cool. So I am not seeing folks yet, which may mean this may be a short check-in, but that's okay. It's okay. Pepper wasn't feeling great this week, so I expect that I probably won't see him, and Raph looks like he's busy, so I'm not going to see him. Probably Colton is out cold too. Colton works until midnight or something like that, so I kind of understand that. Problem is, I didn't plan for not having anybody else here today. So I actually don't have the ability to get into a project at this point in time without making you guys sit here and wait for 15 minutes while I organize stuff. Even the desk back there, my kiddo last night was writing on his computer and has left his computer in the middle of my desk. So even that's going to require me to have to spend a minute or so of dead air trying to clean the desk off. So that's not something that I'm necessarily going to force upon you guys. And if we don't see any of the guys show up in the next few minutes here, I'll just move on ahead and move along. And that's totally okay. If you guys are watching this, don't feel bad. It's totally cool. We'll meet again next week, as we oft do. I have been this week working on my printer, my 3D printer. And I believe I have it pretty much set up. I want to kind of make double sure of this. I'm looking at all of the steps and things that need to be done. And so I'm kind of working those angles. But yeah, I'm looking at things like I have to look at how to place the resin tray in there. And there's like a bucket for carrying the resin vat is what they're calling it. But there's a couple of things I need to go out and get, and I'm going to do that today. A buddy of mine, Ian, has recommended like a cheesecloth or something like that to strain the resin so that the resin doesn't retain small gristly bits when you reuse the resin. Because if you have that, then clearly what's going to end up happening is you're going to end up with the deck coming down and poking through the bottom. So we're going to do that. I don't think that the resin vat has but it does have a nifty little pouring spigot, so you can pour it right out. That's kind of nice of it. So yeah, so that's what's happened this week for me and everything like that. So we will continue on there. It's now 10 minutes after the start of the show, and I still don't see any of the other guys, which is totally cool. But I think I am probably going to call it because I don't have anything else to say or do. And so it's like I'm not prepped here. I'm not prepped over there because I was actually going to go into this weekend and just do a little bit of rework over here and kind of get everything squared away, because now I actually do have a comic to put together. So I'm going to start putting together a comic for everybody, and that should be good. And stuff. I did draw some ideas about cars. I need car pieces. I need lots of little doodly wops and stuff. So we've got that. Other than that, I think we're doing fine. I'm kind of worried a little bit about Pepper. He seemed like he was pretty sick on Wednesday, so I'm gonna check in with him, make sure he's okay. So that works. Anyway, that's about all I've got at this point. Trying to look around to see if there's anything else I can bring up or mention at this point. Probably not. I think what I will do is spend the rest of this time putting my 3D printer together and making sure I've got all the pieces ready for it, so we can get going on that one, because that'll be cool. We want that to happen. So, okay, well, I'm not seeing any viewers either, so we're at 11 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on ahead and call it for the day. I'll see everybody Monday for Springs Monday. And in the meantime, as I always say, keep your eyes on the stars. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye. Computer, good night.